Hello and welcome to Season 2 of the Zero Budget Filmmakers podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Clark, and I can't wait to be back for Season 2. It's been a long time, but we are back. In this season, I'm going to be interviewing a hell of a lot more guests, all from different areas, different aspects of filmmaking, and we're going to be touching on a few different topics from last season rather than focusing on budgets, crowdfunding and festivals. We're going to be focusing a little bit more on who they are, what they're doing and their goals, their aspirations, and how they're going to go about achieving them and setting out their little plan that they've got going ahead for them. I'm your host, of course, Thomas Clark. I am the writer, director and producer of films such as The Woman of Wilding Woods and A New Bloom that is still coming soon and has been before, but it will get there eventually. And what else have I done this year? Shows how much of a year I've had of filmmaking. But today we are joined with our first guest of the season, Michaela. Michaela, introduce yourself for us.
Woo! That was a great intro. Hi, my name is Michaela, and I'm a freelance videographer and independent documentary filmmaker.
Amazing. Last season, as I said, I went through and I did favourite films and everything like that. But I want to start off with a slightly more random feel this year and just get to know you more as a person. And my random question for today is your favourite pizza topping.
Piece of what?
Favourite pizza topping.
Oh, nice. Cheese. Lots.
Just
of
a margarita?
Cheese. No. Margarita is with... Oh, yeah, that's...
So favourite pizza
toppings?
toppings?
Just one cheese. I want 4 cheeses minimum. So quattro formaggi. Let's
so
go.
That's your go-to pizza, a 4-cheese pizza?
That's my pizza. I just love cheese on everything. And mayonnaise.
Wow.
I'm Eastern European. There is a lot of milk and cheesy stuff in our food.
Lovely.
Are you sure this is the way you want to start this?
It is definitely the way I want to start it, because it will then show you who you are, and it'll be interesting to see if your flavours of pizzas reflect in your filmmaking.
Oh, so plain.
And so hopefully not is what I'm hoping for. Before this, I know you said you didn't want to be asked, of course, what you've watched recently, but come on. You've got to tell us, what was the last thing you went to the cinema to see?
Well, in Brighton, there is Sin City at the moment. So I went to see one independent film called The Game, or just Game without D. It was really cool. I enjoyed that. It was very creative, and it just shows how people on low budget can just create something really profound, and how collaborative independent filmmaking can just create something so unique and innovative. I love that.
Amazing. And big cinema release?
I don't really go to cinema.
Don't go to cinema?
No.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm really bad at this. Even when there are like some new releases on Netflix, I just never watch it when it's popular. I tend to go back to films in my own time. So I can't really have these conversations because I'm so behind. And
do you watch TV series?
I don't watch TV, no.
You watch nothing?
I haven't watched TV. I watch nothing. I watch things, but it tends to depend on where I'm at in life, depends on my mood, my emotions, what I'm going through, what I need. I don't watch things to be in a loop.
What was the last creative piece you watched then?
There were some cool Wes Anderson's films on Netflix. So I watched that and I found it really beautiful, really inspiring. I just love directors that have like a style that it's specific to them. I think it's called auteur.
Can't say I've watched it.
I don't know, but no, it's like a term you use for I guess directors or artists that create their own style that is very specific to them. I think it's called author. I don't know. I'm Eastern European, but anyway, Wes Anderson is that person.
So that's the last thing we watched.
He has that label. I think these were I had like a little marathon with him because it was all available on Netflix.
Bro.
Not promoting Netflix at all.
And I was going to say everyone's trying
now. No,
everyone's trying to stop Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. And I pay for Mubi as well, but I I don't know. I find it difficult sometimes to watch things that challenge me, and I carry a little shame about that as a filmmaker, because
So you're like an easy watch.
yeah, and I hate that about myself. But I shouldn't be ashamed. I should just be aware and understand why I am this way. I feel that life can be so like overwhelming and difficult and stressful. Then when I have the time to watch things, I just want to relax.
Yeah.
But then I'm not stimulated as a filmmaker, and I want to force myself or be more intentional with watching things that really expand my
Are you an
mind.
avid YouTube watcher then, would you say?
If I'm a YouTube watcher.
Yeah. Do you watch a lot of YouTube?
Yeah, but not like YouTubers. I don't really support that. No, I don't. I support anything. You do, you guys. I don't watch YouTubers, but I watch a lot of YouTube, like stuff that, educate you about certain topics or podcasts or... Yeah, I like to educate myself through short form
So you're more of an
content.
educational watcher rather than a creation content watcher.
But it's something I want to change about myself. I definitely want to be more creatively stimulated and creatively challenged. So my intention for the future is to watch more movie and more independent stuff. And
a good question that I'd like to ask you now then is, would you watch your own stuff?
Well, I haven't done much when it comes to films, and we'll go to that later. But yeah, I haven't done much. Probably not.
Okay.
And that
Good
just
to be
shows
honest.
that I have a lot to work on. But again, I think I'm slowly finding my own voice, and I'm getting clear on who I want to be as a creative. I think I've been doing a lot of soul-searching this year. And again, we can go deeper into that later. But yeah, I wouldn't watch my stuff just yet, but I think I will once I come out of this phase of maybe shedding stuff and learning who I really want to be as a creator. Yeah.
Okay. Whereas you're on a learning journey at the moment, and I know this is why we're here. We said you're about to start a learning journey that's going to take you from where you are now to hopefully where you want to be.
Yeah.
But let's rewind. Let's let the audience know, where did your journey in film or documentaries start? What kind of got you into? What was that film that captured it, or was that documentary that you watched, you went, right, that's where I want to be?
I think to really paint the picture, I have to go back in time. How deep do I want to go, or can I go?
Where did it start?
I'll try and be like short, yeah. And if I go too far, just
stop
stop
good
me.
luck with
yeah?
that.
Yeah,
good luck with that.
Okay.
Be as short as you
can.
can.
Good luck to you. So I've always been writing. When I was little, I've always written short stories. I was a writer, and I had my style of writing in Slovak language, obviously. So then when I came to the UK, I wanted to write in a journalistic way. I wanted to be a journalist. But when I came to the UK, thinking I can sort of translate the way I write in Slovak in English, I came to harsh reality or harsh understanding that it's impossible, and I lost that. And that allowed me to explore radio and TV, because I came here to study multimedia journalism. So that was a good thing that I didn't choose just writing. I came to study the whole spectrum of journalism and its different formats. So because I lost the writing self, I explored the radio and TV self. Okay. And I think throughout that time, I found that I've been always fascinated by real stories. I loved films, fiction films as well, but I think what always fascinated me was just real people. I was always curious about them, and I wanted to understand them more deeply, not just on a superficial level, small talk vibes, but just to go underneath the surface and just explore who they really are. And that inspired my choices to then study documentary filmmaking. Okay. Yeah. So I had the foundation in journalism, had a little foundation in sort of TV work, but I needed to improve my technicality, so using camera and editing. So yeah, when I went and studied documentary filmmaking, that was a beautiful expansion of my career. What was like a film or a documentary that you remember studying? I remember, and I did my dissertation about that as well. I remember my fascination of gonzo journalism. And in documentary filmmaking, we can see it in the work of Louis Theroux or Nick Broomfield or Molly Dundeen. I don't know how to pronounce her name. It's basically documentarians that tend to be part of the story.
Okay.
I mean, Louis Theroux is on a screen, but Nick Broomfield is a sound person. But you can hear him questioning people. You can hear him interviewing people. And who is another one? Werner Herzog. He's amazing. So it's all people who shape the story, whether it's through narration or being, on screen with the sound or visually. It's documentarians who sort of reveal themselves and them interacting with the story they report on. They co-create the story.
Yeah.
And I just found it so fascinating because it requires some sort of like a development of a character that you have to have. You have to be
in the piece that you did your dissertation about. Who was a documentarian on that?
I think it was all of these.
It was all of them.
I think I studied all of them, and there was also.
So was it a set documentary that?
Yeah.
There were all
and
three of them.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
not all three of them. I think I explored few different Gonzo styles, and I used these people as the example.
Okay.
So I did like analysis of few people like that. One of them was the creator of Gonzo journalism, which is Hunter S. Thompson.
Right.
The author of Loading in Las Vegas. I recommend that.
Okay.
So he's the creator of Gonzo style.
Yeah.
And he did it on acid. And I don't really want to go there.
That's fine.
I don't
No,
want to
that's
go too deeply. But yeah, he's the creator. And then from that genre, a lot of other subgenres or other formats were created. But it's all around first-person narrative.
Yeah.
So it's kind of you reporting on something, but it's through your lens. And you engage with that and you co-create it. And it's kind of maybe personal as well, and you show yourself. You have to have a character that shows in your work.
Amazing. And did your obsession for kind of documentaries start in your home country, or did it grow more here and it's become more prevalent here, or did you bring it with you and that's why you've come to the UK?
I think it started all here.
Okay.
While I was studying multimedia journalism, my bachelor's in Canterbury, and then that idea of studying documentary was just sort of there. I think it was one of my teachers who taught me TV journalism, and she was the one who kind of planted that seed, and it just felt so right. And then I moved to Brighton and started exploring that part of me. And
did you think Brighton helped with that a lot?
I think Brighton is a very liberating place. So I think I felt liberated, and I felt like I was allowed to really explore myself, or at least started the journey like freely, without judgment, without any external restrictions. So I think Brighton as a city really influenced me in that way.
Good. And that's what I like to hear. So it's not just people that are influencing you as cities and everything else. And I know you've kind of touched on Louis Theroux and your teachers. Is there anyone else that's kind of inspired you to chase this journey and chase this dream?
To be a documentary filmmaker specifically. I feel like it's all the people that ever come across. Well, no, I'll say it differently. I think it's all the people that I've ever met.
Okay.
Whether it's within my professional self or personal, I think everyone shapes you. And I think everyone I've ever met shaped me in some way. And I'm just an accumulation of all my experiences and all the people I've met.
What about inspiring you? But what is pushing you to keep going with this? Is it, as you say, is it sat here now? Is this inspiring you? Or is it walking past like a strange character on the street going, okay, I know that person will make a really good documentary and one day that's who I want to interview. What is it that's, or what is it, or who is it that's really inspiring you to take this journey?
I think what is my driving force in life and in my career, I don't even know where it comes from, but I've always wanted to do big things. And I don't know what that means. And maybe it's, I see it's a problematic statement, but there is this fire there. I'm just very ambitious. I want to do great things. I want to work on big projects. And again, I don't know what that means, but I just always wanted more. Yeah. I always wanted to create. I always wanted to be better and reach further and higher. And I don't know where it comes from. Maybe there is some shadow aspect to this. And again, we can talk about it later. I'm just going to postpone everything to next episode. Because there is like a dark side to this overachieving, overly ambitious part of me.
Open up on a little bit of that. When you say dark side, everyone has a dark side, of course.
Yes, I agree.
But when you say your dark side, what are you kind of referring to?
Well, that fire can create some maybe very purposeful, innovative, powerful work, but that fire can also burn me or burn me out. Yeah. And I'm still looking for the balance, or I'm still learning about that fire. So I channel it to the work and not to self-destruction, because if you're so ambitious, you can, self-abandon yourself, meaning you don't really, pay attention to your needs or what your body needs or what is really present. You just sort of in your head constantly pushing through those messages of your body or your surroundings. Like you can really neglect yourself and people in your life. You can just be sort of so focused on that goal, and that can be dangerous if you don't listen. Yeah. And
it's great that you're already coming onto that now, and that you've seen that that's your dark side, and you know that that's maybe as much as a gift as it is a curse. Yeah. And it's good that you've realised this already. It's going to then make it a hell of a lot easier for yourself moving forward. But right now, you say you're thinking always about the past and about the future. But right now, where do you think you are in your kind of career and in documentaries making or filmmaking?
So leaving this dark side for a second.
Leave the dark side, because it's clearly that's giving you a lot of drive. Yeah. And maybe it's either this self-judgment or it's this self-reflection of, right, okay, this is what I want to do, but the more I think about it, the more it's going to eat me away. So I need to go out and create and release it. So realizing that now, where is that put you in your career? Is that a good point in your career currently, or is it maybe something that you're still reflecting on and it's constantly there, but is it pushing you forward or is it holding you back at the moment?
That's a great question. I feel like it's a good thing, because I feel, and not to sound egocentrical, I feel like I've done so much because of it. I think I've been learning so quickly, and I've been exploring myself creatively on so many levels. So I feel thanks to that thing, I am where I'm at in my career. But the other side of it is that I also suffer from thoughts that tell me I'm not there yet, or I'm not far enough, or that I could do more and I should be better and I should do harder. And I just so it's this interesting, again, it's always this duality in me. I might have some mental health problems, I don't know. We'll find out later. I'm open for a diagnosis there. I think part of me feels really proud, and when I look back, I'm like, wow, I've really learned so much and I've done so much, and I'm so grateful and lucky and hardworking and can I swear?
Well, you have done now.
Well fucking done. But then it comes, it's this duality again. Sometimes I think.
I'm just gonna move that.
I'm sorry,
you
microphone.
Keep going away from your mic. You're all good.
I'm not gonna move too much. But sometimes I end up thinking that I'm not there yet, and that other people of my age are way further, and that I don't know, that I'm just not enough. And I think it's that belief, you're not enough.
Yeah, that's something that troubles us all. I'm sure our two camera boys will agree with themselves here, that we are always self-reflective and self-judgmental, and we always want to compare ourselves to someone that's better. We never want to compare ourselves to someone that's just starting out, or someone that we know is not on our level. And that's something I want to really focus on in this season. Last season I paid a lot of attention on everyone's thoughts on where independent filmmaking is, and not so much on the person I was interviewing and where they think they are in their journey. And this is something I definitely want to start focusing on this season, on the guest, of course.
Amazing.
And where they are in their journey, the steps, as I said at the beginning, that they're looking at taking, and most importantly, how they're reflecting and self-judging themselves and reflecting on the world, and then obviously their points for improvement. So what I want to kind of jump into
direction
is
of yours.
That's what I like to hear. It's first episode this season, so I might be a little bit rusty, but
that's fine.
We'll start looking back at what you've done. Obviously, you said you studied multimedia journalism at Canterbury. What have you done before that? Have you done anything major before that? Or was that kind of your first big step into multimedia journalism?
Yeah, I did writing when I went to, I'm from a very small town in eastern Slovakia, and then I moved to the capital when I was 15 to study like mass media and communications. So that was when the seeds were planted.
Okay.
At first, but that was mainly focused on writing. So I did a lot of stylistic, I don't know if that's a word in English, but stylistic writing, like essays and opinion pieces. And as I said earlier, I was a writer. Yeah. I've never thought of me being a documentary filmmaker at that point. So
what made you leave writing then?
Well, when I moved to the UK to study multimedia this time, I was hoping to be as good in English as I was in Slovak. And that's super duper naive, because obviously every language has a completely different, mentality. Or
we just make life difficult. That's what it is.
Actually, English is not that difficult. But
I disagree.
Well,
I'm from
Slovak,
England,
man.
and I think English is difficult.
Try Slovak. It's crazy. Like, there are no rules. You're just breaking the rules constantly. It's really difficult.
I think I might survive in that then. It's normally what I do in English.
Yeah, you stay where you are.
I normally break the rules in English. But previous work-wise, kind of what have you put out into the world? What have you created and shown somebody?
When I was studying multimedia.
Anything. What have you created?
Oh, we're jumping so quickly.
That's all right. What have you created and shown somebody?
When I was when I was studying bachelor's, I started doing like a video journalism pieces during COVID. I just felt like I wasn't stimulated enough because it was all online, and I just started doing like self-filmed. I don't know. It's like a commentary pieces. Please don't watch it. It's fucking horrible. It's really embarrassing. But I just wanted to film. I wanted to learn how to film. So I started posting. I started posting these videos on the student magazine YouTube channel.
Nice.
So this was my first published work.
Now, why do you say no? Don't watch them.
It's the self-critic again in me.
Because I know last season I spoke to Ollie. Ollie's one of my cameramen today. Good lad.
Laying on the floor.
Our first film was A New Bloom, and it's always something that I pick up. Ollie could watch it as a binge.
Really?
And we both say, look, it's not our greatest piece of cinema, but it's a comfort watch for Ollie. I can't sit and watch it because I'm on camera and I can't watch myself.
I feel you.
But I know that it was looking back on it now and where I am in my journey to know that I made a 40-minute piece of cinema, first ever time of trying. I can watch it back now and go, you know what? I was onto something and it was a good step, and I could probably sit and watch it now and be proud of the work that I put out.
I love that.
What's stopping you from rewatching the stuff that you've done and going, you know what? That was the start of the journey and I'm proud that was my starting point.
Yeah, I guess it's again that critic, that fire that always wants to be better and wants more, that prevents me from looking at my past work and seeing that, like honor that version of me that did this. I don't think I can honor her just yet. I know it's something I have to work on. I understand it's destroying me. It's like so destructive. But yeah, it's just that judgment of just being that version. I kind of don't want to be that version, and I don't want to be this version. I want to be that other version that is somewhere there.
It's like a therapy. Let's grow that idea. Let's dive into that. What is that next step? What is going to improve you to be that person that you can look back on everything that you've done and go, yeah, you know what, I'm proud of that?
Well, I guess it's that ability to accept yourself where you are at right now, and where and all these versions of you that you were that got you here. I think it's that ability to love them unconditionally and just sitting with this version of you and just feeling abundant, feeling whole, feeling like you in the right place at the right time, not always looking ahead and wishing and hoping for something else. I think presence Oh, this is getting spiritual, Tom.
That's fine.
Are you
That's
ready
good.
for this? Light the candle, please. Yeah, I think it's just that ability to sit with what is right now, not wanting to change the past or, creating the future in your head. I think it's just being really connected to what is right now and where are you at right now.
Do you think that's what you're struggling
cheesy.
with, though?
I think I struggle with that, yes. And what's the question?
No, I think that's, as you say, that is the answer to the question. As I say, it's like you're very much a past and a future liver. You're not living in the present. You're not enjoying the right now. Like, is it going to be something that let's just even shrink the idea. As soon as this podcast finishes, are you going to go out that door and be like, yeah, no, this wasn't great? Yeah.
I think I will.
Sit in the moment then. Sit, relax, enjoy it. Okay. I know this is your first podcast. I know this is the first time you've probably been on camera since your solo pieces in COVID. So just sit in the moment, relax, enjoy it, and just be present. And then you'll be able to appreciate it a hell of a lot more as soon as you walk out that door. And it'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I enjoyed Tom. That.
I think we should be friends.
Thanks. I'd hoped that we were friends already,
we were.
Too late. I guess this is great.
Tom.
I've just been hiring people off the street apparently, and we're just going, right, come and do a podcast. I'm not, but yes.
We can be better friends.
There you go.
We can be better than this.
Okay, good. This is what we need to be. See, just sit and be present in the moment. So at least we've kind of touched on that now, and you kind of know that that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
What would be that bit of advice you would now give to yourself back in university studying?
I'd just say, just create. And I know this is, again, very cheesy. I know we all have similar paths. I'm not special, but yeah, let's focus on me now. I would just tell her, just create and don't be self-critical and self-judgmental, because it doesn't matter. And yeah, don't hold back. Just exist. Just be yourself, express fully, like there is no tomorrow, and like there is no judges outside criticizing you, because it's you really who does that. And I think if she would hear that, she would be way more kind of like fearless and more expressive and more just free.
Yeah.
And I wish I can take that burden away from her, and maybe I should do it to me now. The
tough question is this is what I was about to say. Do you think you're acting on that advice right now?
I think I'm better at that. I think I'm more aware of that little evil voice inside of me. I just have awareness now, but to practice that, it's another thing, right? So I think I'm better at a lot of things. I think I can work with myself. I think my relationship with myself is improving, and again, gaining awareness and trying to spot these things as they happen and choose differently, So instead of going back to that path of self-criticism and self-destruction, big words, I tell myself, okay, just breathe. You fucking great. Like, you're good. You exactly where you're supposed to be. Like, be proud. I try to talk to myself like I'm a little child. And I think it's a little girl in me that hasn't been taught these things. But now I'm an adult, and I can go to her and tell her that. Yeah. And hopefully she can then let go and be more happier and more playful. I think we should be more playful. I think we should play more. Be silly and care less about... what people think or the consequences of things. Yeah.
Do you think then she's the dark voice inside you as well? Do you think she's both that's holding you back?
I think she's inherently very playful and curious and silly and fearless, but maybe she was conditioned to have all these sort of judgments around her. And I think it comes from, your upbringing, your parents, the way you were sort of raised, the culture you're from. I think I come from a quite sort of critical and harsh environment. And that those voices, I think, are is like a layer on top of that playfulness. So I think I have to connect with the playfulness parts more, while at the same time removing the layer of judgments that were put on me.
Yeah.
And I think we all have that. I think
100%. Yeah. Because I experience it this year I haven't done much, but I experience it most when I'm writing. And the best way to describe it is that I've kind of read about whilst going through a writing journey is speed writing. I try to do a hell of a lot of speed writing now and just type and type and type and don't delete anything, because something in there will be good.
Wow.
And I think that's kind of maybe what you're going through at the moment is you're making, but then deleting it, and you're making something, or you have this idea and then, okay, I don't like that, and we go on to something else straight away.
That's a great
Maybe
point.
start looking into doing some sort of speed writing or some sort of just scribbling notes, and don't cross anything out. Just scribble it, and once it's out, it's done. You can come back to it, you don't have to come back to it, but don't scribble it out, because as soon as you scribble it out, it's then a negative idea. It's something it's wrong.
I love that.
So just let it out, get it out. It's like anger and frustration. You just let it out, and then you're much better afterwards.
Exactly.
But when it comes creative, just get that creative burst out, and then you can move on. If it's the trouble is when it comes in an idea and you're already working on an idea, and then you have two ideas to balance, you've got to pick one. If it's a great idea, sure, run with it. But the trouble is, halfway through that, you then can't make the same decision again and go on to another idea. There's a little bit, I think, of yourself where you are kind of running around. You've got one idea, you run with it. I do it myself as well. I run with this idea, and then halfway through it, I go on to another idea, and I don't fully commit to one.
Yes, I really agree with that. I think it's sort of escaping that commitment, because if you commit to something, you have to be there for all the parts of the journey. You have to be there when it's really tough, and you have to be there when it's really exciting and everyone is buzzing and everything is aligning with your plan. And I think that's hard. I think we don't want to face failure. We don't want to face discomfort. We don't want to face the difficult parts of being an artist, or and I think documentary is really teaching me that. I think documentary is that commitment. I think documentary filmmaking is about constant problem solving and committing to the journey as it is, and it gets tough. People won't always show up, or people will change, move differently, or you won't get funding, or there'll be constant obstacles there. And I think documentary filmmaking is exactly that. Like, you will only get it done if you will be there for the ride, and if you will be there when it's really tough, and you will trust the process. And it's it's teaching me so much, like being a documentarian that has never published any film yet.
That's all right, you don't have to.
I did one short film, but it was my uni project, so that doesn't count really. But
you still made something,
it's still,
so it definitely
it's still
counts.
there. It's still
so
there.
Come on, plug it for us.
I'm
What
plugging
is it?
It's not. I'm not gonna plug this.
Come on, plug it.
So it's called Myths of the Other. And it's about Roma discrimination in Eastern Slovakia, because we have a huge problem with discrimination, and it's really visible, it's really outspoken. Like the rhetoric and even the people in the governments, or like mayors in the villages where the settlements are outspokenly racist, and it's something I've always found intriguing. And I did my short documentary about that, but I wasn't ready. Or I was
forget about that.
Please,
No, you don't need to.
Can I say it?
Go on then. Go for it.
I think what I did was the best I could do at that time.
Better.
And I love that part of me. I love that version of me, and I honor her. And I'm like, you were so brave. You went to these settlements. You spoke to those mayors. You spoke to those, people. You really did all this research to understand such a complex issue. Like, whoa, because it's so complicated. Like, if you want to talk about like minorities and represent a minority such as Roma in Europe and in Eastern Europe, oh my God, like you better be really well researched and mature enough to be able to like carry this nuance. It's such an important story to tell, but I was overly ambitious and I did my best, but I want to grow and mature a bit more and do other films like Subjugger, which we can talk about as well.
We can.
To then revisit that with this more mature, more informed, more just more aware version of me that
That's
come
all right.
on,
No,
chop.
No, you're all good.
Yeah, I want to revisit that topic, but I'm just not ready yet. I think I planted the seed. I did really well for what I was and what I worked with in the time scale I had. But I think this story needs like an older version of Michaela, and I will go back and I will revisit those Roma people, and I will go back to those settlements, and I will just do a bit better, I think.
Okay.
And even the way I will edit it, it'll just be better. I think I can use this short film as like my first baby.
Yeah.
That was very ambitious, and it was beautiful, and it was so. There was like a very good intention in that, but I just don't think I give those people justice.
Yeah.
Or that film justice.
It's exactly the same as I touched on earlier. It's a new bloom for me, Ollie, in the group.
Yeah.
It was our little baby. We were very ambitious for what we wanted, but we went out and did it, and we love the film that we've created.
Yeah.
What we'll do now is we'll touch on current work. You've mentioned it just now,
Okay.
Subjagger.
Okay.
So enlighten us a little bit on where this has started and what we want this kind of documentary to go on to be.
So I think Subjagger is my first short documentary that is my own. I work on a different documentary. It's a feature-length one, but it's someone else's story, and I'm helping them to bring it to life. And that was my biggest playground, and I am so grateful for that opportunity. But Subjagger is something I came up with, and I'm a director in that instead of, DOPing or doing other things. I'm kind of overseeing the project, and that is a big challenge and a great opportunity for me. It's about a band, a rock trio from the 90s that were formed in Camden. So it really encapsulates, what's the word?
Something like that,
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, encapsulates.
Encapsulates,
yeah.
thank you. I think I'll need some help with that.
You're all good.
A time and space and history, which was Camden in the 90s. And I think it's a film that explores why this band never made it. And, these guys are, in their 50s, 60s. So it feels like they are not relevant anymore. But I think that is why I want to do it, because it's so different. And it talks about, band dynamics, and it talks about Camden in the 90s, and it talks about people as they are, very different characters that sort of ended up playing together, forming this entity, Subjagger. And I'm kind of curious about who they are as individuals, but also who they are as people coming together and forming this band.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of things about this film that I want to explore. Now, how I met Subjagger was through my videography work, which I do commercially. It's something I do to earn my living. And I did 2 music videos for them, really like low cost, low budget, sort of collaboration. And this is when they reunited after 30 years. And there was this like energy, they were buzzing. They were about to go on tour. And there was like a lot of beautiful things about them. I just found them so fascinating. And I didn't want it to end. I didn't want the music videos to be the end of us. I felt like we really clicked as people. I found them fascinating, and I wanted to make a film about them. Yeah. And when I pitched that, they were all so aligned. They were like, absolutely, we want Subjagger to be sort of captured. We want to talk about the past, and we want to talk about the present and the future, and we want to be interviewed by you. And I just felt it was.
So where
perfect.
are we on the Subjagger journey at the moment?
We are at a very stagnant place, but I'm moving away from that stagnation now. Well,
you like to keep touching this mic,
I know,
don't
because
you?
I feel like it's moving away from me.
It's because
it's
because you're a lot like this.
Because I'm shaking.
You're like
so
shaking
much.
the table.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where are we in?
There's a lot of energy in my body moving around. Is this okay?
That's fine. Where are we Subjagger journey then?
Where are we? So we have a team of people. You are part of the people.
I am a part of the team of people.
And Ollie and Govardhan. So everyone in this room is part of a little crew, which is very exciting. I've never worked with a crew before. So we have a little crew of people which I hope are still involved in this film. I hope they didn't leave. I hope you're still in.
We're all here now, so I'm going to say we're all still in it.
So in that case, I have a crew of people, small crew of people, aspiring filmmakers, and we did Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We didn't raise the amount I was hoping for at all. Like,
that's all right.
Super disappointing. But
these things happen.
These things happen, and I thought, I learned a lot again. It was a very good experience. And after the Kickstarter ended, we were supposed to approach few individuals from Subjugger's past to pitch Subjugger as a business opportunity, and that didn't happen. So there were a few pitfalls. Obstacles.
Obstacles.
Grammar good? English?
Yeah. Say obstacles. They're not pitfalls. You're not falling down.
I'm not falling down.
You're still going.
So
it's only an obstacle.
I'm running.
You've gone around this obstacle now.
I'm fine. Good. I can do this.
That's all right.
So a few obstacles. But now I'm in a stage of applying for grants and festivals, and which is, the traditional route to go. But to be honest, it felt quite discouraging, and I felt quite stagnant in that, because it can be a hard work. It can be quite time consuming, and it's very competitive. So there is not a big chance. Mm-hmm. Is this a negative perspective? Is it my limiting belief? I just feel like you do a lot of those applying things. Like you tailor the application to, and I'm not complaining right now, but I just to be honest with you, I felt discouraged. I felt like I'm going to invest all this time to have very little chance to actually get the funding that I need. And the funding we raised from the Kickstarter was already spent on the filming we've done. So we did like 3 shooting days. I don't have any more money. I need to raise more money. If I don't raise money, I can't move forward, because I want to pay people at least a little bit. I want to pay myself. I haven't done that yet, which is fine. But I just want to, I don't want this to be a passion project. I want this to be an opportunity. This is how I pitched it to my crew. This is how I started this project. Like, I have a big ambition here, and maybe my ambitions hold me back. Maybe I'm too ambitious, and then I
don't think so.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Okay.
If you don't have ambitions, you're not going to go anywhere.
I know, but sometimes if you're overly ambitious and things don't... Sorry, I'm just going to...
Set yourself. You're all good.
Yeah, I'm fine. Sometimes when you're overly ambitious and things don't go that way, you can be equally discouraged and just be...
You can, but it's these walls and it's this that we've been speaking about already. It's this negative look on it, and this self-judgment that you just got to power through.
I need you in my life, Tom.
Get on with it. Well, I'm here now. It's not a therapy session, it's a podcast session.
I feel quite therapeutised. I don't know if that's a word.
It's this self-judgment that you've now just got to power through.
Yeah.
The question I want to ask you is then, how important is this documentary to make?
It's not I hope I'm not going to offend anyone. It's not a film that will represent who I want to be as a documentary filmmaker. I want to do films that will be, I don't want to say more impactful. I'm diminishing it already. But it's not topics I'm necessarily called to do. I don't think that is my purpose. Or film that will be purposeful. So let's ask the question again. This is a bad answer.
You're already answering it so negatively.
I know, I'm sorry.
So answer it positively.
Okay.
Why is it so important to make this documentary?
Thank you. Let's start there. I think this film is so important for me because...
Good start.
Because it will... I'm so negative. I never thought about that. I'm actually quite like bubbly person here when you know me, but then you get to know me deeper, and I was like darkness, self-distraction.
Coming to your creative side, it seems very judgmental.
Yeah.
So why is it so important to make?
So this film is so important for me because it will teach me all the skills I need to have to make more films or better films. No, that's negative. Films that I really want to do one day. I think it builds the foundation that I need to then go back to the Roma settlement and talk about discrimination in Slovakia.
And so your main obstacle in this Subjugger piece at the moment is clearly funding.
As it is. As it tends to
so
be
why
everywhere.
The question is now is why do you need money to be able to improve yourself? Because that's all this. If that's what you're using this piece as, you don't need money to improve yourself. You can go out and you can improve yourself just by practicing. You don't need to be paid for practice, as you said earlier. I don't want to go to too much detail about it.
Tom.
You do videography as a part-time, I'm assuming semi-professional.
It's freelance, yeah.
So you're already working as a creative. I'm not even working as a creative. So you're already doing something that you're being paid to do as a creative.
Yeah.
So you're already bettering yourself there. What is it this documentary is going to give you that's going to better you as a creative and as a documentarian that you need money for?
I think it's about expansion within the documentary specifically, because videography does give me financial reward. Yeah. And I do that commercially, but it's not documentary filmmaking. No. Like, it's very different. I mean, it still teaches me. It's
got to be very helpful because in that moment, you've got to capture the right story. No matter what you're making, if you're capturing something, if you're capturing an image and then sending it to someone, you've got to tell a story no matter what it is.
Absolutely.
30-second advert, 140-minute feature film. You've got to tell a story no matter what it is. So you can't say that your job is nothing to do with documentary making.
No, I can't say that at all.
It is definitely helping you capture that right story at that right point in time.
And I also, if you want, and we have time, we can talk about how I even got to that point, because that wasn't easy neither to make that decision to.
For today, though, we're going to stick to the core element.
It's like a teaser for part 2.
Exactly.
Part 2, follow the journey. Michaela Maslikova of MMProductions. She's coming back. Do you want more of this? Subscribe below.
Good little plug.
Did that. Did the plug. Yeah. Plugged it in.
It's like you're a natural. Never done it before. No, I think I beg to differ.
I practice at home. I'm like podcasting myself in the mirror. Where were we? Like interviewing myself. Okay.
No, so as you say, could you make this Subjagger documentary then without money? Because obviously you found them without money. You spoke to them originally.
Well, I did find them through my work. Actually.
You found them through work.
I was employed by them to film their music videos.
So they paid you to come and film them.
Yeah.
But now you need money to film them.
Yeah. So it's all about money.
That makes sense. They paid you to film them.
I think
now
this
you
time
want
around,
money and you want to basically pay everyone else to film them. Are you calling me out?
Listen, I'll explain. Please challenge me.
I'm not calling you out. I'm just trying to highlight the obstacles that are in front of you. Because all filmmakers, every one of us, and it's something that I really honed in on last year, are very much focused on money. It's a money world, and
capitalism.
It is what it is. And we always want to pay people for their work, and we always want to be like, look, you worked for me, so it's only fair that I pay you back. But I have somehow managed, I don't know how, I have somehow managed that every piece I've made, I've never paid a person. I've only paid them with kindness, food, and travel. That's it. That's the 3 core elements. Yet everyone I've worked with comes back to me.
Yeah.
Right now, what would you tell me to come back, like to continue Subjagger with you, that's not going to say money?
Well, if we can go back a little bit.
Okay.
So I can explain, just like 1 minute ago.
Go, 1 minute, go.
I just want to say maybe my reasons why I want that funding. And then we can unpack that. And then we can rewrite it with a positive belief that doesn't need money.
Good.
Yeah? I'm happy to go through this process with you right now.
Go for it.
But this is just my limiting belief again, okay? I just feel, unfortunately, in this capitalistic society, and I'm navigating what that even is to me and how I want to operate within that world. So I'm still, so there's still integrity in me, and there is creative freedom, and I'm not limited. But from like a kind of grounded professional perspective, I feel like I want to make a film in which I can pay people so they all feel more motivated and rewarded to come and do their best job they can do, like be the best versions of themselves. I want them to feel that they can do this creative work for money. I want them to be, and now you move the microphone.
You seem to keep further and further away.
Sorry. maybe it's about other people. Maybe I'm not saying I'm trying to prove something to you guys, but I just feel that this desire to create a space within MMProductions and within Subjigger, I am Subjigger, short documentary, in which I can bring people together, people I really believe in, people I think they deserve to be paid for their art and for their skills.
Mm-hmm. I think everyone's.
I want to create space for that, and I feel like I'm responsible for that. I feel like it's this ambition of mine because I want better. I want better for all of us. Yeah. I want us to actually do this for a living as well.
So this is your dark side that's already speaking.
Is she?
You're saying that everyone that's coming onto this, their only motivation is money. That's what you're saying.
I feel that
if you're going to convince me with money, I'll just go to the highest paying job, which is what I've made very much clear throughout all of season 1, that people will take the highest paying job over the better work. You need to convince people to come on the journey with you because it's the best work, not because they're going to get paid.
I love that. Thank you for challenging me. Just to play devil's advocate, I really resonate with that. Like, my values are aligned with your values. Absolutely. I'm just aware, and that's a sad thing. And again, I'm learning how to navigate myself in this world. We live in a capitalistic world in which we all need to pay bills and we all need money to survive.
We do.
And that creates a lot of pressures and conditions around the way we operate and what we choose to do. I'm not saying that all of you are motivated by money only, but it is a motivator and it is a factor 100%. That plays a big part. Even in me being able to take us to these shoots and pay for, the accommodation, for the food you are offering, like, you still need money. You can't make film on zero budget, like, you can't. No, even you paying for £6 ticket, bus journey, you needed money. So it's just about how much money do you have. And unfortunately, I'm spitting everywhere. The more, I'm gonna swallow it. Okay, the more money you have, the more freedom and opportunities you have.
Well, of course, but
and that's just something we can't reject.
This is the challenge we're in now, though.
Yeah.
You can't be so focused on money. Let it go.
I'm focused on making a film that will be of a standard that I want to. Oh, thank you.
Service. God.
Who was that? Yeah.
I love this. I might have to start doing this more often. Trouble is, as you would say, Ollie will expect payment now.
Ollie, how much do you want for this water?
Exactly.
No. I don't want you to misunderstand me. I think we can do projects and films for no money, but I've done things for free. Like, I wasn't always motivated by that. Good. But when we talk honestly, like, it's not something that motivates me to create.
Good.
But with this film in particular, I want this to be of a certain level. This is for me to expand as a documentarian, as a creator. Like, this is a big step forward for me, and to reach that. And I know I'm thinking future, and I know I'm being overly ambitious again. But let's explore this. Let me cook. Frying. I feel that the film, I want it to be my vision, and maybe I have to let go of that vision, and I will probably, and that's again up to my inner work to, it's up to me to go within and let that go. But if we speak, about my ambition and my vision with this, and if I can speak freely and honestly, I want this film to be of a certain way, of a certain standard, and to reach that, I need money, and I have to admit that to myself, and I can come to a point when I revisit this, and I'm like, okay, I can't do that, and I have to let go of this ambition, and it will be difficult. I'll have a little cry. I'll call you, Tom, because you seem like a good friend to me now. You're a good therapist, man. You're really deep. I like you. So maybe I'll call you, Tom, and we're going to go through this, and you're going to help me to overcome that.
I'll try.
But at this point, there is this fire wants me to do as much as I can, like, do my best, apply for all these festivals, find people I can go to with these like business proposals. Like I want to do my best to get to that place where I can make this film the way I want and pay you the way I want. And that's just my goal and my dream. And again, I might not get to that, and I'm repeating myself. Woo.
No, that's fine, because it leads me on nicely to exactly what I want to kind of let this podcast end on. This is going to be a new section that I'm going to start doing in season 2. But
you manipulated me.
At the end of every episode now, and it's a writing technique that I picked up called GOATS. You might have heard of GOATS.
Wait.
If you haven't, don't worry. It's goals, obstacles, action, tactics, stakes.
Wow.
And so I want to start at the beginning.
Love that.
You kind of briefly touched on it then, and you've touched on it at the beginning. But what is your goals? What is the dream? What is the ideal? What is everything goes to plan? That's what I'm going to be. Within
my career, or just with this film?
Let's go career. We'll come back to something.
Generally. Yeah. I would like that
in the later episode. But for you as a person, as a creative, as a documentarian, as a videographer, what is the ideal?
I would like to first of all be content with where I'm at. So this is more maybe emotionally, personally, a personal goal of mine. To be happy where I'm at, to honor where I'm at, not have less of these sort of critical thoughts, and just be a happier, healthier person.
Yeah.
I want to be financially free and have the ability to create and to work on projects that I feel aligned with, instead of taking everything that there is for whatever money.
Yeah.
I want to be more discerning and more selective of what I'm actually doing and creating. So I want to be on that level to be able to say no to things and do what I'm really like aligned with.
Yeah.
I want to be able to pay people. I don't know where this comes from.
These are all very small goals.
Oh, these are
all very small goals.
Oh, sorry.
Let's get that.
Oh, you want to go higher?
Okay, when I die, I'll be happy if this happens.
This is how far you want to go? Yeah. I didn't realize that. I thought it should be like more practical.
Stepping stones of what we
talked about. Oh my goodness. Right.
We've done the stepping stones. We've done that you want to focus on how
you
be burying yourself. But so, on my deathbed, I'm going to be only happy if this has happened.
Wow, this is really deep.
Just one thing. What is it?
I want to make a positive impact. I want my work to contribute to something positive, like a positive change in the world, to not change the whole world, but be like a part of that positive change. And I want it to be impactful. I want my work to have a positive impact. That's
so
it.
So it's a piece that's like
peace up.
Piece that's well reviewed, that's kind of global, that everyone can speak about, that's had a good impact on the world that we live in at the moment. Is that your main goal?
This is very good how you named it, because that means that I want it to be a really like a popular global piece of work. And maybe that's my over ambition again playing out. Maybe it doesn't have to be internationally recognized. I just want it to be purposeful.
Okay.
I want it to give voice to people and stories and places where I feel that they need amplifying.
So what is a piece of work that's already out there that if you put your name to, that would be it? That's the goal.
Maybe the Roma one. Yeah. And
so a piece of work that's already out there.
You're good.
That's already been made.
My work.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry.
Out there already. That's already been made. That's achieved all those goals that you've just listed. If you could put your name to it and claim that as your own now, you would die happy. What piece would that be?
This is a hard question. I don't know.
Have you you don't need to know. Have you watched that documentary yet, do you think?
Yeah.
Have you watched the documentary that's
but it's
so
not mine.
That's fine.
I don't like this question actually. Because there are so many films or pieces of work where I feel that they did that, but they didn't do it the way I would do it, because I'm so different. Like my
so what
expression.
What is that piece that you'd put your twist on? Because it's there.
I don't know why I'm thinking of Louis Theroux for some reason. Maybe
That's
there's
fine.
like a lazy answer because I already spoken about him earlier.
Which one? There's got to be one episode that's really sat with you that you're thinking about right now.
I like the one where he goes to, well, it's a whole series, and he's done so many episodes like that.
Say the series.
I don't know why I'm thinking. I'm not happy with that answer.
That's fine.
I think the Nazis, because he was so willing to go to the people we all, well, not all of us, but majority of us, hopefully, we all hate them. Like, he went to people that none of us can truly understand. And I'm not saying he understood them, but at least there was this willingness and this courage to go to the, well, let's say, worst people in the world. Like, I appreciate the capacity, and I won't have that capacity. I want to have capacity for every human being, even if I'm going to regret saying this.
That's fine.
But even if you are a fucking pedophile or like a murderer or something, like, I want to like be able to speak with you with an open heart. Like, I at least want to have the capacity to like see you and
just have a
meet
conversation.
you. Yeah. And I think this is like what inspires me about him specifically, that he puts himself into these positions.
Yeah.
Like,
so they're your goals.
Oh, I'm gonna regret the pedophile part.
That's fine. It's out into the world now, but
don't cut this out.
Don't cut it out.
Cut it out.
I'm
not going to documentary pedophile.
So our goals are out into the world now. What is stopping you from achieving them, other than money? Other than money,
what's stopping me from achieving all these goals?
All these goals. If you had all the money in the world right now, there's still something stopping you from making it. What are those obstacles?
I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm... I don't want to say intelligent, because intelligence is there, but I think wise and knowledgeable enough about the world. I think I still have to learn so much about myself, about the world, about the art of filmmaking and documentary filmmaking before I go and make these bold pieces of work. Like, I'm a baby and I want to honor that.
Yeah, of course. But I think you've done a lot more than you've already realised. So what actions have you already taken to get you to this point right now? You've obviously done your university degree. You've gone out and you're now a videographer. What other actions have you taken to help you to this point right now?
In my career again?
Yeah.
Well, I try to educate myself all the time. I try to... Well, what have I done? I went on benefits after I finished my master's and decided not to work in hospitality anymore and start my own business. And I'm struggling still. But I just made that decision to get out of that bubble of comfort in which I was. Like, I worked in hospitality since I was like 16, and I had money because of that, and now I don't. But at least now I can create and learn, and it's a privilege. I'm privileged to even say that, but it was a big step for me to not go that route.
So I'm going to really challenge you now.
Challenge me.
Because it's a challenge that everyone faces.
I'm scared now. I'm leaving.
You say hospitality has stopped you being creative.
Yeah. This is my story. This is just my experience.
That's fine. I don't think any work stops anyone being creative, because with the way the world is, I don't say this is cinema. I definitely don't agree that it's cinema, but they're being creative. Every self-employed person now has an Instagram account. Every person is putting some sort of story out.
Yeah.
No matter what job you do, it doesn't stop you being creative. You can go back, you can work hard, and you can still be creative.
And this is, I love that you always bring this very beautiful, positive. I'm surprised you're so positive and I'm so negative in this episode.
It's quite surprising.
I think if people meet us, it would be reversed completely. So this is beautiful. And I think we have to like use these little things we have to like keep ourselves going. Sorry. I'm back. We need to use these things to keep ourselves going, and we need to do it
into the mic
as much as possible.
I honestly think you really need to like hold onto the mic.
Sorry?
I think you honestly are going to help holding onto this mic.
I'm going to hold it.
Hold onto the mic. Just don't hold the cable.
Should I sing it now?
Don't sing into the cable.
Don't sing anything.
No,
okay. Just talk like I did
This
before.
isn't a singing podcast.
We should third season should be
I
singing
don't know
one.
about that. So we're going to focus back on...
We're going to focus.
Where we are.
I think we need to hold on to these things, and you're completely right, and I don't want to discredit what you said, but maybe it's this whoa, enlightenment.
Focus.
I think I wanted more. I think, to be honest with you, and again, I'm honoring your positivity. It's important. But if I'm super duper honest with you,
go for it. Be honest.
Hospitality, while I was studying, and again, I did it since I was 16, bro. Like, I felt at the end, shortly before I made that decision to go on benefits, I felt so exhausted and so burnt out. And I felt like all I was doing was working and then recovering and then studying. And it was all just doing the things I was supposed to do. I never gave myself space to just be. And when you just are, and that's again a very privileged place to be in, you know, it's a privilege of mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm aware of that, you know, and I'm trying to use this privilege to give back and to make something good with myself and in my work. But I just knew that if I'm going to continue choosing, you know, the easy way, the way of, you know, working in a bar or restaurant, something I know I was good at and I could get job anywhere because I had so much experience at that point.
The question is, I'm going to stop you there.
I would not have that space and time to really explore myself. Like, I'm happy to talk more about my self-employment experience, which I was doing for a year and a half or 2 years now. I'm happy to talk about it next time because it's been a rough time, but I've learned so much. And I know that I wouldn't have the capacity and the energy to do that if I continue with hospitality work. Again,
it's your negative side looking at it. You're saying the hospitality side was easy.
Yeah,
because you were earning money, but yet your creative side was very lacking. So
it was easy because
it's easy to live, sure, but it's not easy to create. So hospitality is not an easy route. Don't look at hospitality being easy because
easy financially. I mean,
easy financially,
but
sure.
Creatively, it's destructive.
So
and numbing.
You need to look at it at the right light. You're looking at hospitality financially, and yet all your goals are focused on money. So if hospitality is...
Not all of them.
The whole reason Subjagger's delayed at the moment is because you've got no money.
I can't believe I'm portrayed like this.
So if all you want is money...
I hate myself.
Go out, work even harder than you're working probably at the moment. Do all the overtime you can. And then at a point you will have the money to pay everybody.
Exactly.
But that's another thing.
But then I wouldn't have the time,
the
and
energy,
the space
of course. But to
explore myself.
This is the
creator.
balancing. This is the balancing act that we need to all find for ourselves. And these are what I'll do say now is the tactics and our goats that we need to balance out. So how are you going to go about balancing your life a little better moving forward?
Let's pause here because even with my creativity work, with my self-employment,
you've lost your mic again.
I'm losing it again. I feel that even when I chose the creative route, which is, you know, not working in hospitality and having all this space to find myself creatively, to be honest with you, like, I still think a lot about money because I have to survive.
Yeah, of course.
So it seems like it's always about money.
It
even if I don't work in hospitality and I'm self-employed and was on benefits, it is always about that. Yeah. It's just different now because
that's day-to-day life now.
You know, exactly.
Bring it back to creative.
So it's always about. So there is always a factor in our lives.
But
unfortunately,
that's life. That's not being
and I'm
creative.
not complaining. I'm just.
That's fine.
It's not just a big factor,
but
and we have to acknowledge that.
Of course, but that's not the aim of this podcast. We're not a financial podcast. We're a creative, independent filmmaking podcast.
It's zero budget filmmakers podcast. Zero. So there is money budget.
There is budget, of course. But as I said, the whole way through season 1, you can't make nothing for zero.
Yeah.
Nothing can be zero.
Yeah.
And I stand by that no matter what. Nothing can be zero.
Just let this guys know it's 5 o'clock.
That's fine. Thank you. Nothing can be zero. Where was I? Yes. So
let's leaving the financial.
Leaving it financially, we can't just all focus on money, and we can't keep saying it's money this, it's money that. No matter what you do, there's always a chance to create. It's just a balancing act, as I say. I'm not going to say it's easy. It's definitely not. I'm not going to say it's hard because it might not be hard for some people, but it's out there and it's tough. What I want to ask you now is our last point and goats is our stakes. what is it going to do to you if you don't achieve those goals that you set out at the beginning?
The
Quickly,
big ones. The big ones.
What will it do to you as a person?
This is dark.
It is dark, but this is the inner side of you. This is your main motivation that you're about to say now. What is it that's going to be like if you don't reach those goals?
I think I would feel, and to be honest with you, this is going to be dark. I think I would feel useless, and I would feel like I didn't make the most out of these privileges and opportunities that I've gotten. I would feel like, I didn't fulfill my potential and didn't use these privileges to do what I really want to do. So it would be a really dark place. Yeah. And again, it's something I should,
that's fine. But it's out there
have
now.
Capacity for. Yeah,
this is
in
the
my
thing.
head.
It's out there now. It's out into the world, so you know the stakes that are at play now. If you don't go out and chase your dreams and chase your goals.
Yeah.
But we're going to end it on a nice note.
I don't know. I feel so
that's fine. That's fine. That's why we're going to end it on a good note now. This is your chance now to plug your work, say something positive, and just let everyone out there know why your journey and you, Michaela, are important to independent filmmaking, to documentary making, and Subjagger is the next piece that they should watch when it comes out.
This camera.
I hate
this
that.
camera.
I don't
camera
want
A,
to do
camera
this.
B, camera C.
I hate doing that.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just plug your socials then.
Hey.
Plug your socials. This is your chance to just be you, express yourself
but I'm not
for this
there
last.
Yet. Don't follow me.
You have done. You have just done an hour.
Few years.
You have just done an hour of being
about
yourself.
Me.
You can do 5 minutes.
You
of
will
being
hear
you.
about me in 5 years. So wait patiently. Follow me on Instagram, MMProductions. I'm working on my website.
Good. This is good. This is good.
I'm working on my website, so all my work will be there at some point. I'm a baby, so it's
positive.
fine.
Positively.
Don't worry.
Positively.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about myself for the first time in my life. There's going to be a lot of self-reflection coming after
of course.
This.
But self-reflect positively.
Why are you so positive all
the time?
Here
because I'm here to challenge you.
We have to be realistic. I think, let's stop the plugging for a second.
Go on then.
I think we should be able to not only look at things positively or negatively. I think we should look at things as they are, like there is complexity in everything. There is what is the noun of multiplicity? Multiple.
Yeah, multiple.
No, there's multiple things about one thing. We don't have to just operate in this dual or binary way of thinking. I think we can look at things as they are, and they are good and bad and challenging and inspiring and this and that and that. There is so much about one situation and one thing or one person, and I think we should hold that complexity, that nuance. So yeah, even when we talk about money, for example,
that's fine.
or
we're not going to dive into that again.
Everything we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Everything we talked about today. I think we should just be able to speak openly as things are.
Good.
Without them being positive or negative or labeling them. I think things just are as they are. Okay. And I wanted to be able to speak like that, speak honestly and openly.
Before I sign off.
So it doesn't have to be positive all the time. Or doesn't have to be, it just is. It is how I feel.
Good. But on that note, I can't let you walk out the door being negatively and negative and self-reflecting on everything you've just said for the past hour.
I'm not going to be negative.
The last thing you need to say now is something positive.
Why?
Positive about yourself. To give you a little bit of a boost.
Okay. Hi.
Something positive about yourself. Just one little sentence. It doesn't need to be a whole paragraph. Just one thing positive in your creative life that is good right now.
Right, that is good right now?
Right now.
Well, I have the opportunity to work with many creatives and many people in Brighton that are my clients. I can create every day. I can, build my production every single day, and I'm really grateful for that. I think that's a huge place of privilege, and
that's all we need. Perfect.
I love my life. I'm very thankful.
There you go.
To you, Tom, as well. I think this was quite an episode.
It was. But
I haven't expected
there's
this.
a smile now on your face when you walk out the door, and that's all that matters. So this has been episode 1 of the Zero Budget Filmmakers podcast, season 2. I've been your host, Thomas Clark. You've been joined by my lovely guest, Michaela. And thank you very much, boys, for our first recorded episode. And hopefully we can do more of these of season 2 of the Zero Budget Filmmakers podcast. Gov and Ollie, I say everyone here at the Zero Budget Filmmakers podcast like I've got a massive team behind it, but I haven't. But yes, this will be out very shortly, and next episode we are hoping to have an interview with Mariam or James, and they'll be coming with you soon, and we'll also be chatting again to Michaela very shortly.
I thought I'm going to be the next guest.
Yeah, I've been a busy boy. There's plenty of episodes coming up, but you'll have to find out. It's my chance to sign off. Verbal diarrhea. There'll be plenty of episodes coming your way, and please do check out all the socials on Instagram and on YouTube, and you can find this podcast on YouTube or Spotify. It's not on all your streaming services, unfortunately. But from me, Thomas Clark, the rest of the crew here at the Zero Budget Filmmakers podcast, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Ta-ra.
Verbal diarrhea, sign off.